everyone, and welcome to This Day. It is a Friday, and I don't think we're going to get any rain today. I think it's all past us by. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. On our show today, Gary Morrison is here, and of course, he is with United. He is their treasurer. He's going to give us a report from their finance meeting. Also, our good friend, Dan Oweiler, is going to talk about tax brackets, and it's very interesting. He sent me a graph that we're going to show, actually a chart, about the 2018 and 2019 tax brackets, and it's very interesting to go over this and some of the changes that are happening. Of course, Sterling Financial Advisors, that's Dan is with. Ben Dickerson from Medterra will be here today, and also Scott Goldman, who is the president of the El Toro Water District Board, and he's going to bring us a report as well. So a lot to talk about today. Let me move over just a little bit. There we go. All right, as far as meetings go today, there are no meetings for today on Friday. So let's get right to the weather. The rain is out of here. I think I told you yesterday there was a possibility of still getting a little rain in the morning. There is in certain areas of Southern California. I doubt we're going to get any here. So I just listed this, as you can see, is partly cloudy. Is there a chance? Maybe about a 5 or 10% chance we could get a little sprinkle, but I really doubt it. However, tomorrow night, you can see there a 40% chance of evening rain, and we're looking at, I want to say maybe right now, the forecasts are 3, 4 o'clock or after. So it shouldn't be much is all compared to what we just had. It may spill over to early Sunday morning. Then you can see we start to clear up, but cool temperatures all the way through. And then another system coming up on, it looks like Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Kind of like what we just had. It shouldn't be as a big system. Now, as far as the rain, I looked at I have an outdoor little weather station. And at our house, we got about 2 1/4 inches, maybe a little less than 2 1/4 inches. So a lot of rain. When you look at what we've gotten for the month, we had a little rain last time. It's been 2.5. When I combine October and November, it's been 3 inches. And when I look at the entire year so far, meaning January to now, my system holds in memory how much rain we got. It's been like about 11, 12 inches, and the year before it was 18 inches. A lot of rain, more than normal. So we'll talk to Scott Goldman about that. Here we are around the state this weekend, and you're going to notice some snow in the Sierras and the local mountains. All the snow there we're really looking at today and into tomorrow. I'm thinking it's going to be a little less than that because I think the rain moved out of the area much quicker. However, Tahoe, Mammoth, Big Bear all got a decent amount of snow. So for the skiers out there, it is very, very good news. But everywhere you go, it's going to be cool to cold, as it should be in the state this weekend. A little bit warmer on Sunday, but overall, I love this weather. It's great. All right, we'll be back.
If you have Medicare, you got to get Alignment Health Plan's Black Card. It's a member-only benefit, unlike anything I've ever seen, giving you access to one-on-one health support any time of day or night. Need to schedule an appointment or need it right there? They'll take care of it. Now you can talk to a doctor 24 hours a day. Call them and get a card of your own, and all the benefits you deserve, too.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sean Thomas. Welcome to Sports Talk. Come join me here every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. for sports highlights, tournament news, and interviews for Laguna Woods residents and around the world. Hey, maybe even Broadway. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. Put it on your calendar. Thursday mornings, a great way to start your day with me and the Sports Talk way. Or even a triple's okay. I'll see you then.
What's happened to healthcare? It wasn't so long ago that your doctor understood your health history because they were part of it. From labor pains to life's health challenges, you could rely on that relationship with your family physician. Then something happened. healthcare changed. Seeing a doctor can feel like running into a stranger. A 60-minute wait for a 6-minute visit. Hoag Medical Group is here to change all of that. Our doctors do more than react to illness. They become your personal physician for life. Always listening, never rushing, helping to chart a healthy path together, walking with you at every turn. This is the way healthcare was meant to be, with enhanced features such as same-day appointments, care coordination, and direct access to Hoag's world-class professionals and services. Hoag Medical Group. We listen, we care, we're committed to you for life.
Gary Morrison is with us right now. He is, of course, on the United Board as their treasurer, and he's going to give us a financial rundown, right?
Good
Welcome,
morning.
by the way.
Good morning.
Nice
How are
to have you
you?
here.
You
Very
had a
good.
good holiday?
I did. Yes,
Great.
very good.
Okay, I'm going to give you the figures as of October 31st, 2018. The total revenues for the year were $34,019,000. Our expenses to date were $34,789,000, which gives us a loss of $77,000 or $770,000, and over 10 months, which is $77,000. And you know, that's pretty good because we're 1 to 2% over our budget. So I am happy with that.
Very good.
Our budget was better primarily, or that the revenues were better primarily due to employee compensation. We had savings due to vacant positions in maintenance. And we are actively recruiting in that area. Materials and supplies, more cost-effective products selected for water heater replacements. Building structures, to date, minimal work has been required, so we saved some money there. Landscape revitalization, scope of work has not yet been determined for the reserve program. Water lines, remediation work on buildings that were kind of going faster. That'll begin in September, so that's not in here yet. So as a percentage, our non-assessment revenues of $1,401,242, 41% is from interest income, 44% fees and charges to residents, 14,000 laundry, 20% resale processing fees, 18% lease processing fees, and the rest is just sort of spread over different areas. Our total expenses, $34 million, 33% was employee compensation and related, 24% property and sales tax, 17% outside services, 10% utilities and telephone, 7% materials and supplies. So our balance sheet at current month end 10/31/2018 was $82,302,089. Our prior year, $80,101,294. So we have an increase of $2,200,795. Our delinquency report, current month, we had 19 delinquencies, and our prior month was 16, so we went up 3. Our current month dollar assessment that is owed is $95,797. Our prior month, $82,731, so we went up $13,000. For an HOA of this size, we are in very good shape as far as delinquencies are concerned. It's not a concern. I like to keep them low, but
Yeah.
I'm not concerned by that amount of money. And generally in United, we get the money back anyway. If the person has to sell,
Right.
we get first dibs on getting that money back. We had one foreclosure sale December 31st of 2018, or we're going to. Then we've got another foreclosure sale set up for January 30th, 2019. We have 2 notice of sales prepared and set for publication, 1 lien, and 5 proposed payment plans. Our chargeable services delinquency report, we stayed the same as the previous month. We had, our current month is $108,019, which went up $14,000 from the previous month. Our resales this year, 307 compared to last year of 395. We're down 88, which is 22%. Our sales volume, or dollars, for 2018 to date is $85,826,240. Our volume for 2017 was $100,429,876. So we're down $14 million, or about 14.5%. Our average resale price is $279,477. Last year was $253,904. We're up $25,573, which is a 10% increase over the previous year. Our monthly leasing is at 8% and remains pretty much the same. The proposed business plan for United Mutual, the total basic assessment per manor is, including GRF, will increase $9.53 per manor, or 2% when compared to the current year budget. I also want to say that the budget for 2019 is currently being mailed to each of you, and you should be receiving that budget packet this weekend. We have started an investment policy task force, and the way that has been set up, each of the treasurers from United, Third, and GRF have met, and then we have chosen one other person who has experience in investments. So what we're doing is studying to see if we're getting an adequate return on the amount of monies that we have invested. And the reason mainly is because the percentage that we're seeing that we're getting isn't even keeping up with CPI.
Right, right.
So we are going to put out an RFI to begin with, and that's a request for information from different vendors to tell us what they can do to increase our investment. And then after we get that back, we will put out an RFQ, and then we will bring in the finalists and interview them and find out who can give us the best deal. Because right now we're not sure that the company that we have is doing the best that they can for us.
Okay.
That group is made up of Diane Phelps from GRF, myself, Michael Cunningham, Jack Connolly, and Steve Leonard. The funding for waistline remediation, as I've been stating, that's kind of one of my big pushes.
Right.
So we've pushed that from 12 years to 6 years, and as a result, our moisture intrusion costs are down. Forecast for the end of this year are going to be down $200,000 to $300,000 because we're not having to pay for that cleanup of water.
Yeah.
The funding for supply line remediation, we're addressing that in 2019. That has kind of been put on hold because we're using those funds for the waistlines to push that forward, and that was based on a decision. We don't see the damages or the water intrusion from the supply line copper that we're having from waistline. So in order to cut all of that cost, what we're trying to do is move everything into waistline. Once we get waistline under control, then we'll go into supply line.
Okay.
And then we'll also at that time go into our electric panel replacements, which we're also behind. But we're trying to take things in an order to cut the costs to the association, to the mutual.
Yeah. A lot of stuff though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Handyman program seems to be going well. I'm not hearing complaints. And I think that, you know, everything seems to be going well as far as the financials dealing with that are concerned. Flood buzz, as we talked about before, was voted not to address by our board. They did not want to get into the costs dealing with that at this point because we just have too many other things.
Okay.
CPI it's a concern to me from the point of view, some of it is built into our budget. However, with the president setting up another 3% tariff on goods coming into the country, I'm concerned, and mainly it's probably going to hit GRF because of all of the vehicles and the different things that they buy. But then it affects us also in the long term. So I am concerned about that. GRF finance, we reviewed and passed the 2019 business plan. We discussed the need for emergency generators in our commercial buildings and clubhouses, and that's also based on our disaster prepared task force, which I'm going to discuss at the end here and try to entice people to join that group of people because we need help. The 3% tariffs I've discussed. We discussed the trust facility fee policy. And a one-time non-refundable origination fee of $300 for the preparation of a promissory note and related records. We discussed payment options, late charges, and prepayments. We discussed insurance renewals for GRF. We also discussed supplemental funding for the gatehouses, for the gates, arms. Supplemental funding for the community. We are into an energy program right now. We have an energy consulting task force which is putting together a program to study solar and to try to put together a program that is going to be beneficial and lower the costs of the association.
All right.
Clubhouse 3 renovations have been scaled back to $2 million, which are just what are required to keep us in compliance with city and state. So I guess at this point I would like to discuss disaster prepared task force.
Okay.
And if you all are not aware of what that is, it's a group of residents who give their time to come to a meeting once a month, and we're putting together plans. Let's say we have an earthquake. And we have a building captain, and that's basically what I really need people to come forward and become a building captain. And what this does, if we have a disaster, that person goes out and tags doors if there's an injury inside, and they put, there'll be a door tag that they put on so that when the emergency responders come, they can go right in and take care of that person. Depending on the injury, we're putting together plans that we triage in one of our clubhouses where we have physicians and nurses who are volunteering. Any very physically injured people, we will make sure they get to the hospitals. We have a total plan that Chief Moy has put together, which is unbelievable, actually. I mean, it's just everything, and we're still working to enhance that plan. But we do need people to volunteer because United is short in building captains.
All right.
So that's it for me.
All right, very good. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You take care.
Thanks
Happy
a
holidays
lot.
to you.
Same to you.
We'll be right back.
I choose to make friends out of neighbors.
I choose to start a new chapter.
I choose to live an active lifestyle.
Choose to experience the good life at Villa Valencia. Call or visit us today.
Do you hear but not understand? I have good news for you. A proprietary system for verifying hearing correction, verified best speech clarity, is now available through the All-American Hearing Network. This means hearing improvement can now be verified and documented. Your individual hearing correction is guaranteed in writing. Call today to reserve your complimentary private consultation and experience word clarity dialed back into focus on the spot. Try AMP, the world's smallest hearing aid at an unbelievably small price, just $750. It's ready to go in one visit, comfortable to wear, and virtually invisible when worn. Yes, you can now have verified best speech clarity. Hear every word. Call today to reserve your complimentary private consultation and experience word clarity dialed back into focus on the spot, risk-free.
We're a family business. I have my wife, my 2 sons that work in the business with me. So we really actually are a family-run business. We call them our extended family. We do it from the moment they walk into the office. We actually have personal relationships and friendships with our clients.
They're not just a client, they are part of our friends and family.
That's what we do here at Sterling Financial Advisors. We help people get peace of mind and quality of life in retirement.
I'd like to welcome Dan Oweiler of Sterling Financial Advisors. He's the president of Sterling. And today, Dan, we're going to talk about
By the way, I feel out of
bracket.
place with all the Christmas stuff.
You know what? Next time.
I should have worn my ugly Christmas sweater.
Yes.
You know, they have those contests.
Yes.
You can wear the ugly Christmas sweater.
Well, in a couple of weeks when you come back.
There you go.
We'll get you a Santa hat. Welcome, sir.
Good
Always
to see you. How you been?
And I like this subject because we're talking about tax brackets. We're going to bring up a chart, and the chart's title is Tax Brackets for 2019.
Right.
So what that really means is people would be affected by these brackets when they do their taxes a year or so from now?
Well,
Meaning-
they're going to be affected
Yeah.
this year as well.
Well, that's true,
I'm
because so
just-
much is
I'm
taken
just
out,
showing
yeah.
you the updated version. I think it's come on the
Yeah.
screen. I can. This is for 2019, and I'm showing you what it was for 2018. There.
Yeah, if
so,
you could go over this, exactly what this means, especially when, you know, like I see the first bracket, 10%, zero income, the 20.
Well,
yeah.
from 0 to 95.25.
Okay.
Okay. You don't pay any taxes.
Okay, I see
Zero
what you're saying.
bracket.
Okay.
Okay. So you're 10% up to that point right now. Okay. Then you get into the 12% bracket from anything over that 95.25 this year.
Okay.
Okay. You'd be taxed at a 12% bracket.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going from 95.26 up to 9,700.
So there's a little bit more buffer.
Yeah. So
now. Okay,
the
got
IRS
it.
has basically said because of inflation, we're going to index these brackets.
Right. I
And it's
see.
about a 2% increase. Okay. And so these brackets are going to affect you this year. The ones that are under 2018. Okay. So our brackets are going to be adjusted this year under the new tax law that passed in 2017.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the year that we're probably going to see some, because we live in California and we have high state taxes and high property taxes. We have that limitation of $10,000 that we were able to write off.
For the property taxes.
For
right?
property
Yeah.
tax and state income tax.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a limitation of $10,000 under the new tax law. That's going to affect probably most of us. Okay, because when you make lots of money like you're going to have a lot of you have that state deduction that you could write off. Where that's been limited now to $10,000.
Okay.
So these brackets aren't going to change that much, only 2%, but the new tax law this year, when we report in April our taxes, this is the year we're going to see the kind of effect that it has on us personally.
Right.
Okay.
Let me ask you something. When you go across there,
Sure.
for heads of household,
Right.
explain that, because you have married individuals, and is that something that you're married but only one spouse is working?
Well, you could have heads of household like a single mother that has a couple of kids. Okay. They're a household, but
I see. Okay.
They're a head of household, or they're filing separately or something like that.
Okay.
So generally that will come under divorced parents or something like that, where they're filing for their household. But anyway, the thing that down at the bottom where it says the standard deduction, it used to be that we used to have exemptions.
Right.
$6,000 exemption or something. Now they're giving us the standard deduction. This year it's $12,000 for single, $24,000 for married.
Okay.
That's going to be indexed for inflation now, 24,400 for singles, or marrieds, and 12,002 for singles.
Okay.
So that does give us a little bit more deduction off of our taxes as well, as opposed to we were trading some of our deductions for state and things like that. So how we turn out as an individual or our own situation, we're going to find out come April.
Yeah. That's true.
It seems like a lot of the wealthy take advantages of it. The people that don't make a lot of money get advantage. Us here in the middle, sometimes gets pinched a little bit.
Right. What is something that
excuse me,
people can do, and I know you can help out with this, to sort of look at their tax situation a year from now and with their investments? I know there's different things that maybe people can do, or
there's always tax planning strategies that you can look at to try to lower your taxes. Sometimes you can pay your property taxes in advance. There's two deadlines to pay your property. One is in November and the other is in April. You could pay the April payment in November, so you've got that tax deduction for this year.
Right.
Okay. Selling stocks or bonds or mutual funds, you kind of have to do some tax planning strategies with that. With the roller coaster that's happened with the market this year, there's opportunities that say, okay, I can offset some gains with some losses.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So maybe we've had a mutual fund or a stock for a long period of time that had a lot of gains, but this mutual fund didn't do so well this year.
Yeah.
So you can sell it and offset those and maybe get into something that's going to be more appropriate for you at this time.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things you can defer if you're self-employed, and you can defer compensation from one year to the next. That's always good.
Right.
Paying charitable contributions that you would pay next year, this year. So there's always some tax planning opportunities, but I thought that just, for 2019,
yeah, this is
interesting. We just needed to know that those are going to be indexed for inflation a little bit for this next year.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if it was just a flat tax, right? Everybody pay 15%.
Well, you've seen those postcards that says how much do you make?
Yeah.
Send it in. You
yeah.
know? Well, it'd be nice to say how much did you make, send in 10%.
Yeah.
Then everybody, it doesn't matter whether you're making a lot or less.
That's right.
We're all paying the same amount.
Yeah.
It would be nice to simplify this tax.
It certainly
law.
would. Yeah. All right. Any seminars coming up? I know December
the holidays.
don't.
The holidays, people get pretty busy, so we kind of take a break during the holidays. So we'll start back up in January, the middle of January. We have them coming up. So.
All right. Very good. Happy holidays here. I'll probably see you beforehand.
Hopefully.
All
Hopefully.
right.
Good.
Take care.
Okay.
We'll be right back, and
weeks.
You can always give Dan or anyone there at Sterling Financial Advisors a call, 859-8900 or sterlingfa.com. Be right back.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Cart here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius, so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range, so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From our delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
I'd like to welcome Scott Goldman today, and Scott is the board president of the El Toro Water District. We're always happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And all you folks from the Water District. And today our topic is, it's been one that's been going on here for quite a while. the recycled water expansion. Of course, you're on phase 2.
Right.
Phase 1 was completed 2 years ago?
I think, yeah, it's actually been 3.
Okay.
2015 is when we finished it, finished all the pipes.
But
and then
this
it
is a
took another
wonderful
year.
thing. And
yeah.
let me ask you before we look at the slides here, is this something that you're doing beyond Laguna Woods Village here, or other water districts doing this?
Yeah, many water districts in the state have been, especially with the drought, have been looking to expand the recycled water system. For us, our phase 1 was in Laguna Woods and in Laguna Hills.
Okay.
Phase 2 is strictly in Laguna Woods.
All right. Now, newer districts, I live in Santa Margarita Water District. Was that part of their initial plan when that was built 20, 30 years ago?
Not their initial plan. Santa Margarita, like most of the water districts, started up here in the 60s.
Okay.
I think Santa Margarita started recycled water in the 70s, and so they've been expanding and growing as the districts expanded.
All right.
For El Toro, back in the 70s, we did the golf course here in Laguna Woods, and then going beyond the golf course was our phase 1 system.
Okay. All right, let's look at the project status here, and we're going to get into the slides, and you sent us some photos here.
Yeah.
And of course, the purple, that signifies recycled water, right?
Yes, and so we're pretty much done with the pipes in the street. So our phase 2 system will serve 260 acre feet, so it's about
that's great.
15% expansion of what we had in phase 1. So overall, with phase 2 being completed, we'll have about 20% of our total water supply that we deliver will be recycled water. So it's a huge relief for us to be able to take that off the potable demand.
Yeah.
So all the pipes are in the ground, but we're not done yet. So that's the 7 million, or just under 7 million is the total cost, but we're about 90% complete because we still have to do all the on-site work. So the first phase, or the first part of the phase 2 system was to get the pipelines in to the meter, and now we have to go on to each site and make sure it's safe to deliver the water.
Very good. So let's look like we're going to have a map here, and this really shows where this is happening.
Right, so this is the phase 2 expansion. So we have our west side expansion, which is down in the Gate 9 area, and the east side expansion, which is over in the Gate 6 area.
Okay.
So those are the 2 areas we put the pipes in the ground, and now we still have, there's 65 meters. Most of them are dedicated irrigation meters, so those are a little easier to convert over because the systems are already separate. But some of them are combined meters where we have to actually go in and separate the potable water from the irrigation system.
Okay, speaking of all this water, where initially does it come from and lead to?
It all comes from our wastewater treatment plant, which is off of Ridge Route near the golf course. And so you can see in gray, that's the phase 1 system that's been in service for the last 3 years. And so these are just extensions off of those pipes.
And the water that comes to there, where does that come from?
It's all the wastewater that everybody flushes down the toilet that goes to our plant. And then we treat it to a secondary level for ocean discharge, and then we do additional filtration and disinfection to be able to use it for irrigation.
Okay, and then of course it goes even higher for drinking water and things like that.
If you were going to do drinking water, then yes, you do even more.
Okay. Let's look at the retrofit in cross-connection testing. This is how you check the lines?
This is when we actually get to the site. There's a series of steps we'll go through before we can actually deliver the water. So the first step is we do a cross-connection test, and that's where we take the irrigation system and we depressurize it, and we put a pressure gauge on it, and we make sure that there's no water. So the potable water system is still functional. We'll operate, make sure everything's working there, and then we'll turn irrigation valves on and off and make sure there's no pressure spike. So that's kind of that test will take 2 to 4 hours to run. And then we'll do that with the health department.
All right, and the next couple of photos are all part of this process, right?
Right, so once we've kind of verified that the 2 systems are separate to start with, then we tag everything. So we're required to have all the valves and meters, we put tags on them, and that's so we don't end up with an accidental cross-connection later. So everything is pretty clearly identified.
All right, and then the next one, it shows, again, the piping, the identification. by the purple magenta meter covers there.
Right, so this is an example where we have an irrigation meter. It's already a separate system, and we'll put a recycled water meter next to it.
Okay.
And then once we verified its integrity, then we'll disconnect the irrigation meter, and then we connect in just downstream of where the meter is with recycled water. So it's a fairly simple, in this case, it's a fairly simple modification. Most of it's signage and tagging of facilities to say, yeah, this is recycled water now.
Okay, and then the next one is just another kind of underground version of what we just saw.
Yeah, this is when the meters are not right next to each other, so we don't always install the recycled water meter right next to the irrigation meter because of where we put the pipe.
Yeah.
So this one we just trench across the lawn to get to wherever the meter was.
Okay.
So there's a little bit more trenching, and again, this the purple pipe put in the ground and taped and identified.
All right, and another photo we're going to go to here, kind of showing the next well, you got the cover off. You're kind of showing exactly what that is. Is that a regulator valve?
It's a pressure regulator. So this is kind of a standard setup where we'll run through our meter, and then downstream of the meter we'll have a couple of quick couplers. We'll run through a pressure regulator and a valve. And then what the quick couplers do is allow us to test the pressure regulator to make sure it's working properly.
Okay.
So we can set the proper pressure downstream, and because the pressure upstream it varies all over the system.
Yeah, I actually have a regulator going into my house in RSM, and
yeah,
I know a lot of homes don't do that, but we do. And I had to change it out when I moved in, which was fun. No, it really was. I had a good time doing that. All right, a couple more, and one of them is, of course, this, this water is great for how we use it, but not for drinking.
Correct. This is quality suitable for irrigation, so we are required to post signs. Yeah. We try not to put signs that are too obtrusive, but
but you need them. Yeah.
Yes.
And then a couple more photos here. You see where whether that sign would be placed, so people are aware of that. And then the last photo here is again showing sort of what we did before, but
right. So the pressure regulator's in its own valve box, and the meter's in a valve box. Both are tagged and identified, and so we have, as I said earlier, 65 meters.
Yeah.
47 of them are dedicated irrigation, and 18 of them are combined meters, which means the irrigation and the potable water come through the same meter, and then they're separated after the meter.
Yeah.
And there's usually a backflow device. Like at your house, if you have sprinklers, you have valves that are above ground, and they act as a backflow, so you don't get irrigation water back in the drinking water side.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
So we'll be starting up this work soon, and it'll take about 6 months or so to get done, and then we'll be all done with phase 2.
All right, very good. Great to have you on. Thank you for the update. We really appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
And we will see some from El Toro Water District next time. And again, this is all good stuff that's happening and all helps in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Ken.
We'll be right back.
If you truly want to make a difference, there's no better way than a career in California water, a dynamic, essential industry at a critical turning point.
Water is absolutely the most crucial thing hitting our Central Valley and our state.
It's work that's so essential that people want to stick with it if they're in it.
It will be life-changing, not only for yourself, but for generations to come.
Through times of drought, aging infrastructure, and a growing population, the water leaders of tomorrow will seek innovative solutions to unprecedented challenges, helping protect California's most vital resource.
We have to broaden our network so that we can bring all the bright minds together to solve a problem that has to be solved.
It's a valuable resource. We need to protect it, and we always need people to do that.
The water business isn't just about delivering water, moving it from point A to point B. A new wave of opportunities are emerging, from working in the field to a water quality lab, shaping policy in a boardroom to customer service and human resources, tackling complex regulations, or leveraging technology for critical improvements in water efficiency and sustainability.
It's not just building pipes and pump stations anymore.
We need engineers, we need those in the hard sciences, we need those in the soft sciences, people that understand law, understand public policy.
You need the accountants, you need the rate setters.
We need all types and all hands on deck.
There's nothing more central to California's future than carrying on the water industry's mission.
It's a tremendous responsibility we have in delivering that water resource that you can't live without.
If you really want to make an impact, then this is where you're going to have the most impact.
In California Water, you'll find a vast array of long-term, well-paying careers with numerous opportunities to grow and make your mark, and new initiatives welcoming the next generation.
It makes me feel like I can make a real big difference.
If you think that this industry is a non-changing industry, that's exactly the reason why you have to get involved. That's why you have to come in to affect that change.
It's only going to become more important as years go on, too.
Why not be that person to take the water industry to the next level?
We're going to have to be more innovative, we're going to have to collaborate more, and we'll need a new generation to help us do that.
The impact that your service will bring to public service and to water in general will last for generations to come.
Kiana Lee. Today, we're talking with Dr. Christine Chung. Today's topic is gum disease. Doctor, what do we need to know about gum disease? Mom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gum disease is an infection of the tissue that support and surround your teeth. It's a major cause of tooth loss in adults, but it's an easy fix.
Thank you, doctor. So don't wait, people. Come on in and get your 7-day dental smile.
I'm Under Sheriff Don Barnes with the Orange County Sheriff's Department, and I have some important information that I'd like to share with you. If an emergency vehicle like a police car, fire engine, or ambulance are driving with their lights and siren on, it is responding to an emergency. Our ability to respond safely and quickly depends on you and the actions you take to help us. Remember, the person we're responding to help may be your friend or loved one, and we can't help them if we cannot get there. Here is Deputy Walewa to tell you what you should do when an emergency vehicle is responding to an emergency.
Every minute first responders spend on the road is critical time to a person in need waiting for us to arrive. First and most importantly, when you see emergency vehicle lights or hear sirens approaching behind you, safely and carefully pull over to the right side of the road. Today's vehicles are highly soundproof, so if you have music playing loudly or other distractions in the car, it can be difficult to hear sirens. Drive with minimal distractions and keep music at a volume that will enable you to hear emergency vehicles. Remember, other drivers may not be as aware as you are. Use extreme caution when pulling over. Use your indicator and carefully slow down before coming to a complete stop. Never stop in or block an intersection. After coming to a stop, wait until the emergency vehicle has passed you by at least 300 feet before moving safely back into traffic. All drivers are required by law to pull over for emergency vehicles, and failure to do so may result in a citation. If a patrol vehicle is driving behind you with its lights on, the deputy may be pulling you over for a traffic violation. If the deputy drives past you, he or she is responding to an emergency. If they remain behind you, they are pulling you over. If you determine that you are being pulled over, you can acknowledge the deputy by turning on your turn indicator while proceeding safely to a stop. Listen for instructions that may be given by the deputy to ensure that you're in a place that is safe. Once you have stopped, place your car in park and turn off your engine. Roll down your window completely, keep your seatbelt fastened, and place your hands on the steering wheel in plain view. Wait for the deputy to give you directions before reaching for your license, registration, and insurance. Let the deputy know where you will be reaching to retrieve the documents. By following these steps, you can help to promote your safety and the safety of other motorists and emergency personnel. Thank you for your time and for your continued support.
Managing your own medication can be stressful. For decades, we have watched you stand in line at your local pharmacy and battle with insurance companies, all to be left with the difficult task of organizing, managing, and remembering to take your medication. AmeriPharma offers a new way of simplifying the lives of you and your loved ones. Introducing AmeriPharma MedBox. How does it work? Submit your prescriptions and insurance information online. Get your medications delivered to your door. That's it. Medications won't come in bottles. You'll receive your pre-sorted med box that easily allows you to tear and take the required medication regimen at the plainly printed date and time. Never miss a dose or worry about whether you've taken it.
AmeriPharma MedBox is so simple, and now my mom can manage her medication all on her own, and that gives me peace of mind.
Don't worry about refills or haggling with insurance companies again. Our specialists do that for you. If you've got questions, we're here. An urgent prescription? Get it right away.
In previous years, I didn't require any prescriptions, but now I have to take about 7 or 8 due to various conditions. It's a management problem. My nurse told me about AmeriPharma's MedBox. I switched over. Boy, am I glad I did. It's really easy to use and it's solved all my problems.
Much different than what I had to go through opening bottles before. I'm so thankful. It's changed my life. It could change yours. You should try it.
We care about one thing and one thing only, your improved quality of life. Making medication simple for you and your loved ones is surely a step in the right direction. We have been trusted by patients, nurses, physicians, assisted living facilities, and the government for over 15 years. We are ready to take the next step with you in reinventing your pharmacy experience. Now we have reduced all of your pharmacy service needs to one simple box. AmeriPharma MedBox, the new standard in medication management.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
And our movie coming up today is Stand By Me, a classic, of course. What a big cast in this. Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, Jerry O'Connor, boy, Kiefer Sutherland, John Cusack, and classic that came out in 1986. It takes place, though, in 1959. 4 boys go on an adventure looking for the location of a body of a local boy who had been missing for several days. And they set off to try and find it. And this is really about all their adventures together. A really great film, directed by Rob Reiner, and believe it or not, this is based on a Stephen King novel, which why this has a little mystery to it and has a little quirkiness to it. Very good film, and it's kind of neat to see all these folks, all these young actors at this age. So this will be today. It's a fairly short film, an hour and a half. It will be on at 2 and at 7 o'clock. Stand By Me. And coming up on Monday, a very different movie, a brand new movie. I mean, this was out in August. It's called Crazy Rich Asians. And it's a romantic comedy about a woman who accompanies her longtime boyfriend to his best friend's wedding in Singapore, and surprised to learn that her boyfriend's family is quite wealthy and considered one of the country's most eligible bachelors. A really good movie. Great cast in this. Constance Wu, who was on the ABC show Fresh Off the Boat. Also, Henry Golding is in there. Michelle Yeoh and Ken Jeong, who was in also an ABC. There he is, right there. He was in, I don't know if the show's still on, but he plays a doctor in a sitcom, and that was a good show too. I don't think it's on anymore, but I really enjoyed that. That will be December 3rd, Monday, 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock, Crazy Rich Asians. Now, I want to remind you that the 3rd annual holiday festival is going on Saturday, December 1st at Clubhouse 2 from 6 to 8 o'clock. That is tomorrow. They'll have a tree lighting, complimentary hot chocolate and cookies. There'll be Santa there, crafts for the grandkids. And if you want, you can purchase drinks there, including seasonal spiked beverages, which sounds good, doesn't it? Join them over there, and if you can, bring a unwrapped gift, a toy for the Spark of Love toy drive, and Fire Station 22 will be there to pick those up. And as I said the other day, not only toys, but a lot of times, you know, these we forget that teenagers are needs of gifts as well. So kind of think of things that maybe teenagers would like as well, and put that in the box. So that's a good thing. Also, I want to tell you about the Global Harmony Symphony, and that will be on Monday, December 3rd. This is our good friend Valerie Geller, and this is done in conjunction with the Laguna Woods Village Symphony Club. Handel's Messiah at Geneva Presbyterian at 7 o'clock. It's a play-along, sing-along, totally free to enjoy that event. Now, what's free too is my weather. I don't know if it's my weather, but as I said, the rain has passed us. I don't think we're going to get any more today. Nice clear skies out there. We'll get a little bit of clouds coming back in, partly cloudy skies, because tomorrow we are looking at possibly more rain coming in the early evening. I would say anywhere after 3, 4 o'clock in the evening. Shouldn't be too much, but it is in the forecast. May spill overnight into Sunday, so that's just depending. But cool weather, cool to cold weather for this area. And coming up next week, Wednesday and Thursday, we're looking at another possible rain system coming in around the state. The Sierras and local mountains, Big Bear and those areas all got a decent amount of snow, several inches up in the Sierras. I think they got a couple feet out of this, so really nice, but cold to cool around the entire state this week, and a little bit warmer on Sunday, but not too much warmer, so good weather. All right, we will see you Monday. You have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.